happy Sunday to you all. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. It's bank holiday weekend here in the UK, which, as I said last weekend, means only one thing: it's going to rain. It's going to rain. People are going to try and do things outside in the garden, and you're going to be hiding underneath an umbrella whilst trying to cook meat on the barbecue, because that's what happens every bank holiday weekend. But hopefully, wherever you are, you're having fun, and you'll be joining us today. And so, of course, you're going to be having fun. We've got loads and loads of bits and pieces to show you. We've got masterclass, we've got a craft along, and we've also got, of course, Second Chance Sunday. Lots and lots for us to enjoy. Obviously, this is the last day I can wear my tiara and wear my crown, but I thought I'd take full advantage of it because it's the one weekend of the year. Actually, let's scrap that. I feel happy wearing a crown at any point, and I did go to Tesco yesterday wearing this. I'd forgotten that I had it on, and I did get some funny looks, but I don't care. I don't care. Let's just go for it. And I'm really pleased because I'm not the only one today wearing a crown. I have the lovely Corrine in with me. Good morning, Corrine.
Good morning. Yes. You're not going to out-crown me?
No,
you're not going to out-crown me. I've got mine on today as well. Yeah.
Do you know she slept in that?
Yeah.
She's such a queen. Yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go. There we go.
Having a shower in the morning, trying to stop your tiara from getting wet.
Yeah.
Yes.
It might go rusty. There's nothing real about this.
It's great to be working with you again. It's been, I saw you last week, but only briefly in the house, didn't we?
Yes.
We were like ships that passed in the night.
I know. I think we're working together next weekend, maybe.
I think we probably are.
We are, yeah. Yeah,
always
like buses.
Exactly. What have you got for us today?
Right, now, it's a masterclass this morning. It's all about the sentiments. So we're going to do lots of different things about sentiments. We've got some stamps, we've got some dies, but, you know, it's all about personalising the project. So, you know, sentiments really make it that little bit more special. So we're going to do lots of different ones. So I'm going to show you as we go through all the different ones that we're going to do. There we go. Excellent.
Sounds good fun to me. Lots of people are messaging in to say good morning. Panda Cross says good morning, everyone. Georgie Ann says hi, Becky and Corrine from Clearwater, Florida. Hello. Christine Mahoney says good morning, happy Sunday. Good morning. Tim C says hi all, listening in, but trying to sort out my stamps and dies in the purple crafters folders, but struggling to organise. Can stamps be put on laminated sheets for storage? Ooh,
laminated sheets. I wonder. Possibly.
Yeah.
It depends what sort they are. Some cling better to others, but I mean, we sell the special sheets that go in your folders ready for that. So those are good. They're going to stick to those the best.
Right.
But try laminated sheets. You know, it just needs to be something to cling to. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Try it. Pamela says hello and a very good Sunday morning to everyone. And Clark says morning everyone at Crafters TV. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. We are. We've still got some party food left over from yesterday. Lisa says good morning all from Minnesota. Panda Cross says hi, Becky. Hi. And Sweet Tim says hi all from across the globe. As I said, we've got some great deals for you, and we do have some special deals for you just this weekend. So for up until midnight on Monday, you're going to get double points on everything that you purchase, which is great. That's ideal. We've also going to be giving you 20% off selected items on the website with the code CROWN20. And I'm going to have to look at my notes for this because it's a funny code. For National Scrapbooking Day, you get 25% off selected items. But you have to use the code, get a pen, CCNSBD. I don't write them. But there are things in there like craft magnets and those little tiny mini die sets in there. Actually, really worth having a look to see if there's anything that you've been waiting for, and you can get your 25% off. And obviously, with those craft magnets, that's something I'm definitely going to go for, because I'm going to have to go making one of those TP cards.
Oh yes, yeah.
I, really
I tend to do mine with Velcro, but magnets would work just as well. Yes.
Yeah, I thought that would be quite good. We also have our weekend wonder deal, which are your tri-blends. We've got a collection of tri-blends on there as well. So we're giving you loads of great deals, as we always do. And to continue with the great deals, we do have some great deals on some of these sentiments dies that we've got in front here. So this is your image sentiment die selection. You've got 10 dies here, and you've got a pack of your Centura Pearl. Really great deal on this. £18, $25, £14.40, $20 as your platinum price. Of course, you're going to get double points on that. That is an amazing good deal, isn't it?
As our Nicola just said, that's a craft vault price, isn't it?
Yeah,
that
really good.
is brilliant. And that's what I'm going to do first as my first demo.
Fantastic.
So should we have a look at what you've got?
Absolutely.
So you've got 5 5 different sentiments, and I think I found them all. So you've got, if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. So that one's going to go on there just like that. Isn't that pretty? But also you can have it, you know, because you're getting an outer die as well as your inner die.
Okay.
So that means that if you want to, this one's just got stuck, there we go, caught on the flowers. There, if you want to create apertures, I really do like that one, that's really pretty. And we've just paper pieced some of the words on. That's the first one. We've got count your blessings, we've just got on a fold-back card.
Yeah.
But really lovely sentiments. And I love how everyone's different. So you've got the sort of the deckled circle, then you've got the diamond, you've got the thank you for everything you do. Again, we've used that one as an aperture, but they've all got a little bit more to them. It's time to celebrate with cake, lots of cake. That's going to be on
that's our mantra.
your mantra, yeah. I love how Becky's view is, it's a good day today, we've got cake.
Yeah.
That was what you said right at the beginning of the show. There we go. And then thank you for everything that you do. I love this one. I love how they've just picked out the words in the black because it really, really makes it pop. So we've got all of those, but I thought I would have a go. Oh, just to quickly show you, and this is the one we're going to be using. You get 2 dies in each one. Okay. So that's why it says 10 dies, because it's 5 sets. You get the outside die and the inner die as well for each one. So the outside's going to cut your matte and your inner one is going to cut your detail.
Lovely.
There we go. So let me see where I'm at with that one. So I have got this and I am going to cut from white. I'm going to cut the detail. There we go. Oh, just a minute. We just need to come over there. There we go. Right. So you've got the... Now, you do have an outside cutting blade. I know with sometimes when you've got the 2 layers, so that you've got that option, you don't have a cutting blade around the outside. But for this one, you do. So it's really, really easy to use. So that's going to pop just on my white card. And then with my green card, I'm going to cut my matte layer. So again, really simple. And if I use my larger Gemini, I can get them both in at once. Let's put those, oh, that one jumped away, there we go. A little bit of low tap tape. And then I am going to use all of my mattes just because I want to make sure that that all those words cut out. Because sometimes if I was just cutting out, say, the outside layer, I'd probably take out the magnetic shim.
Right.
Because I find they cut the Gemini has such good pressure.
Yeah.
They cut it out and then they don't squash the card as much. So you know, it's really easy to do. So there we go. So we can pop that through. Both of those cut in one go. Where's? Oh, I've got that there. Yep. Right. So let's have a look in here, and that one has gone just like that. There we go. Just got a little piece of tape stuck on there. There we go. And it is, isn't it? And then I've got the white one. I'm going to give that a little bit of a tap. Hopefully some of the bits will go in the bin, and then we can pop that out. And then all I need to do is poke your tool at the ready and just poke all those little bits. They've all cut, but it's just because they're quite fiddly. Sometimes you find with the fiddly ones, you just need to, can you see, the poker tool's not poking, you know, cutting them out.
Yeah.
Literally just
easing them.
Easing them out. There we go.
There's something so very satifying about a really intricate die, isn't there? When
yes.
it also starts to appear once you start to poke.
Exactly. There we go.
Out.
Look
Gorgeous.
at that. Beautiful. So if I was to put it over there, you can really see that, can't you? Looks really lovely. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to just to colour it in. So I've just got some little bits. Now I'm not going to colour everything. Let me just grab, a scrap of paper. I threw some bits of paper in the bin. Let me just grab one of those. I know it's white on white, but hopefully you'll be able to see. Actually, I'm going to get a scrap of black. I often think it's when you're colouring white. There we go. Let me put... Can't do it on that. That's somebody's half a demo. It's all got ridges in. No, it was in the box. There we go. Right. Okay. Now it is useful to have a piece of white because then you can see your colours. So I'm just going to come. Ooh, do I want that one? Right. I'm using my tri-blend brushes. Now we have got these on a deal today. I'm not totally sure which of the exact colours we've got, but you know, you will see. We can have a look at the colours.
There's quite a lot of colours. I'll go through them all in a minute. We've got tons actually in these. And I don't have these. Well, I said, They are going to be in my bag.
What you mean is,
I really want these.
if Julia doesn't do a bag search at the end of the day, she'll not find them.
No, look, no one's going to search me, are they? Are they?
No.
I'm just going to distract everybody. I bought everyone pink donuts.
There you go,
I'll just
then.
distract you all with pink donuts and Jaffa cakes like we did yesterday.
I did look for you at the shop as I went past. I couldn't see you.
I'll tell you what, it was the longest queue I've ever been in.
Is it?
I went to the local Greggs this morning to pick up my lunch, and I thought, there's no one parked outside, there won't be anyone in. There were about 30 men buying breakfast.
That would be why then.
And it was very slow, so I was in there for a long time. But
Yes.
it doesn't matter because I managed to take all the pink donuts that they had. I think the people behind me were a bit disappointed.
Oh, well,
Never mind.
They should have been faster, shouldn't they?
Yeah, they should have been up earlier, is all I can say.
Yes, right. So this is, I'm still using the pale, no, I used coral on there and I'm using the pale pink on here. So I'm just highlighting. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually do this with paper piecing, you know, where you cut it out of different colours and stick them on. But, you know, we're just going to do it with the pens because I think you get a lovely effect. Now, I'm not going to do any blending, so I've just used my regular multi-purpose card.
Okay.
If you wanted to do blending on these, then cut this bit out with Nina card. But because we're just colouring it really simply, we can just do it on our multi-purpose. So you can just see, oh, really easy to do. And then we're going to come on here. And actually, I'm going to get a white gel pen to add the detail in a minute. So how quick and easy is this to make it pop and make it come to life?
Aww.
I mean, we can
Friends
all
with flowers,
do
I'll
that.
pick
You can
you.
really see that coming to life, can't you?
It's
Then I've
lovely.
just got my lilac, well, this dusty purple. So let's go on here and then I can just come across on there. There we go. And then we'll do that one. And we're going to do that one. Just doing the flower heads as such, you know, coming through here and here, there. And then there's a couple around here. I've not missed any out, no. Just on there. But again, it's really lovely. I've had to send, do you know, beginning of May is really busy for me for friends' birthdays where I send, you know, friends that I send presents to. Because you only tend to, as you get older, you only tend to send them to a few friends, don't you? And I've really depleted my stash of cards, just my few friends that I send cards to. But they're all really close friends, so it's really nice to have sentiments like this, which, you know, that stand out and make sure, you know, they know how special they are.
Are you an organised crafter in that you make the cards in advance, or are you like me, who suddenly thinks, oh my goodness, 5 minutes before we're going to have to leave, I'm going to have to quickly make a card?
It's mixed, but at the moment I had quite a few cards built up, so I was able to, everything that I needed I actually had. Right, now what you could do, what I've also done is cut it out of the this lovely, a different green, and I'm going to pop these on top of each other. Now, it would be, I thought I could do a drop shadow, but what I thought would be nicer to do the drop shadow is I'm actually going to take this one and I'm going to cut it just round here, just all the way around. So all I'm doing is I'm just following that shape. Now, if you've got the right size circle die, you could just run it back through with a circle die to trim it, but it's such a small amount that it's not that difficult. And all I'm doing is following the shape of that aperture. So we can go around there, and that's going to go just there. So I've now got that bit, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my dotty tape pen, I'm going to go over the back with my dotty tape pen, just like that, and I'm actually going to do the very slightest drop shadow with it, only a really small one. I always drop shadow to the left, don't ask me why, it just fits naturally, but can you just see, I've just got the merest hint of a drop shadow on that, and I just like that. I just thought, oh, I think initially I was going to do it lined up, but then I just thought, no, that looks, just makes it pop a little bit. Can you just see just the tiny, you don't need a lot. You know, before I came to Crafters, my drop shadows were quite chunky. And then I've seen so many cards here with a very fine drop shadow that now I do my drop shadows a lot finer. I just think they look a lot nicer. Just tidy up the little bits that are sort of what I'd call freestanding, just to make sure they all sit. But there you go, how about that? And once you do that, you can't actually see where that's been cut, can you? It doesn't look, you can't see that at all. So with this one here, what you want to do is, I'd put this on here, I'd just spare one, and then all I would do is, actually I'll do it from the back. So if you're doing it from the back, remember to turn the die cut over as well. Then just grab a pencil or a pen, it really doesn't matter because it's from the back, and then all I wanted to do was take that and then just draw the aperture, just like that. So what, you know, you can see where you can see it, just, and I've done it on the back so that you've not got a pencil line. And again, you would then just trim that out, which I've done just there. You can just see that's just been hand trimmed, nothing fancy. And that now can sit on there just like that. So let's just put that on. Again, we're going to use a dotty tape pen. So we only need, at this point, we only need the dotty tape pen around the outside. There we go. And that's going to fit in there. And that will fit, oops, that's not right, there we go. Just like that. And look at how it just fits in, absolutely gorgeous. So you've got that lovely aperture. And then I've got it also cut out of this pink, so that's going to go on there. But before we do that, I think we should put some acetate on. So I've cut myself, oops, I've got it stuck. Oh, this is me being organised, it's just got stuck, just a minute.
Panda Craft says, I wonder what sort of flower the frame circle would make if you quilled it, and then said, oh, you just cut it off. Could you try a flower with the waist? If we get a chance, we might give it a whirl.
Oh, you mean twirling that?
Yeah.
Yes, that would twirl, wouldn't it?
Like a nice sort of, almost like a blossom, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Very pretty. Good idea.
There we go. So I've taken that, just popped a little bit of red liner on the back of there, and then some tape, and then all we're going to do is we're going to put lots of lovely coloured sequins in there. They're going to sit nicely, and then what I want to do, oh, this is actually...
What kind of adhesive is that goes around?
What's that? It's some sort of tape, just a foam tape. Yeah.
I tried to make Lily say it yesterday. And
Did you?
Yeah.
And did she not say it?
No.
No.
Makes me laugh trying to get people to say it.
Do you know, people resist now because you try. You know, one day we're just going to say it just because you're not paying attention. Right, so just making sure that I've got no gaps. There we go, put it now. Just decided that way was easier. And then all I'm going to do is, now you shouldn't be able to see this one because obviously it's the same size as the green. There we go, but it's given me a lovely background. Lovely. And I often just make up my shakers just like this before I go near the card. Okay. I just find it that little bit easier, but there we go, look at that, doesn't that? Make sure you've got plenty of sequins and make sure you stick them down nice and tight. So all we need to do is make our card, so a nice simple card base, and then some pink that I've sort of tried to match up quite well with that. Oh, I was going to put some highlights on that I've not done. I can see if I can do that in a minute. There we go, put that onto there. Let's see if I can quickly find a white gel pen. I do have a few. That's what I was going to, there we go. Right, so I was going to go round here. I was going to, where are we? Right, there we go. Was it that one?
Nice fresh colours you're using there.
Yeah. You know, we're coming, they tell me, apparently, it's going to be summer soon.
Foolish.
I know.
Not in the UK.
I know.
We've had that. It was warm in 1976.
I know. You do feel, don't you? You do wonder.
Yeah, but then having said that, there's many a time when it's been really hot and I've been in my craft room and I've been thinking, oh my goodness, it's too hot. I've got like 3 fans going.
Yeah.
Why have I not got air conditioning? So we should take advantage of the fact that,
we should. You know, it's not hot enough and then it's too hot.
No. We like to complain about the weather anyway, here, don't we? Otherwise, what else are we going to talk about?
Exactly.
Politics.
Exactly. But I thought, you know, hey-ho, it's coming up for summer.
Absolutely.
So why not make it nice and summery?
And like you say, if May time is when it's busy for friends and friends' birthdays, what better kind of card to make for someone?
Exactly. There you go. Put that on. Just make it pop a little bit. And then I've got some pattern paper. There we go, lovely little pattern. That's cute with the little bird down there, isn't it? I like that. There we go, let's pop that on. And then this is going to come here, but before we do that, I thought we'd have a nice little tag. We could just pop a little tag. So I've just matched that in. You could do it with the pink, or I'm going to do it with the green. Just there. Oh, pop that. Let's pop that a little bit to the side so that we can still see the tag. There we go. Then we can put that one on the back. Nothing complicated, really, really simple, but I think really, really effective. And I did have some extra gems that maybe I'll put them inside there. I had some extra gems. Oh, there they are, I can see them. There we are. I thought I'd lost them for a minute.
Don't want to lose your gems.
You certainly don't. There we go, put those, one, and there we go. Have I got enough? Yeah, I've got enough. Just to finish it off and just to mirror it, just up at that end. We can go 1, 2. Quite like doing it with the tweezer because you've almost got like the width of your tweezer to space them. Just helps you with your spacing. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and hey presto, if friends were flowers.
Gorgeous.
How beautiful is that? Really, really
nice.
pretty.
Love it, absolutely lovely. Pound across this beautiful Corrine. I didn't think I wanted these, but I feel I do need them now.
Yeah, $14.40 if you're platinum, $20.
That's
I
a
think.
crazy price for all of them.
Yeah.
And the card.
Exactly.
Incredible.
Exactly.
Loads of people loving those. Panda Craft also says the scalloped shape would be nice if you use on different things too. You could use a circle die to cut out the sentiment for a lovely frame and then put a circle mat and topper to create a border layer. There's loads of things you could do with those. Having those two separate dies is definitely well worth having. It really is. So this collection is all of these dies. So you've got 10 altogether. So 2 dies in each pack. So you've got that outer die and also the one with all the details in it. And you're also going to be getting your Centuria Pearl. That is snow white with a hint of gold. £18 or $25. Platinum price is £14.40 or $20. And again, you're going to get double points on everything that you purchase between now and midnight on Monday. We do also have some tag punches on the show as well. This is what they... Oh, we're going to do pens first. Oh, sorry, I'm going to do pens first. Oh, I've got them ready. I had them here. These are the tri-blends that you just saw Corrine using. These are the brush nibbed ones. This selection that you're going to be getting, all of these colours in this deal. This first one are your natural tones. So you've got those sort of pinks and sort of tan colours. The next one is your autumn hues, so browns and greens in this one. Then we have Cottage Garden, beautiful sort of bright pinks and deep purples with a green kind of leafy kind of tone. Then we've got Winter Holiday with the purples and the turquoises, the kind of colours that you would have used in Frosty and Bright, I think, for that one. This next one is your classic chic. You've got a deep red, a kind of grey, and you've got ice grey blend, which is obviously the colour that we all use far too much of. And the last one is your spring blooms. Again, this is like hydrangea blend, jade green and magenta. The price for this is £35 or $50, or £28 or $40 for all of these. Not just a couple, but the whole lot. And again, you're going to get double points with this as well. Tag punches. I was a bit early. Wasn't I? Sorry. Back to where I should be. Tag punches. So this is what the tag punches will look like once you cut them out. So you can see all those different sort of sizes in there. And they're great if you do want to put them on top of each other to create all those different mats and layers. But you also get the stamps too. So this is exactly what you did not ask for. Always good for dads, because they never ask for anything, do they? Always nice to give them that. This is for you, but I wish it was mine. This next one is, I hate presents, said no one ever, which is very true. I love a present. Well, it is the thought that counts. Next one is, warning, the contents of this package may be awesome. Best gift ever. I should have known, I bought it. And a special gift, you never knew you wanted. So a little bit of something there for everybody. The price for this is £21 or $30. A platinum price is £16.80 or $24. These are going to be great. I think these are the kind of thing that you want to give to everybody. There's something there for your friends as well as sort of family as well. There's some sort of sweet sentiments and also some funny ones. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you're going to be making with these, Corrine.
Yes, I have a couple of extra strips of card because I just want to show you how the punch works. So there we go, I've just cut myself some strips. So that's one thing you do need with this punch, is you need a way to cut some nice straight pieces. Yep. So I've got 3 pieces of card just here, 1.5, 2 and 2.5 inches wide. So you know, normally when you get a punch, you need 1 punch for each side, especially making something like a tag. But with this, you're going to be able to cut tags to all of these widths from 1 punch. Okay. No dials, no nothing. So what you've got is you've got a stepped guide just down here. You can just see with the channels. Oh, yeah. And all you do is you slide your card into the appropriate channel. So this is the 1.5 inch piece, so it says 1.5. I slide it in and I slide it until it hits the back of there. And then all I do is just hold it down with my finger like that, and then there's my, there we go. Now if you want to, you can go. Now, I didn't buy any tags this Christmas, and this is the truth. I just did this. So what I tend to do is get a piece of card, do that, then cut it in half, and then I've got 2 tags. All my tags coordinated with my presents this year.
Of course they did, Corrine.
Yeah. So this could go round a candle, round a little bottle, or anything. You could even have it round a card as a belly band, because you can have this piece as long as your piece of card. Okay. So as long as you've got a piece of card, 2 inch, slide it between those bumpers, put it there, and there's your 2 inch. So you can see now, as you were saying, they will line up. So if you do want to do matting and layering, and then 2.5 inch. All I would say is, don't go over the width that you want. So don't, so always cut it not shy of the 2.5, but don't be bigger than 2.5, otherwise, because it's quite an exact measurement. And there you go. Look, you can now see there is the 2.5. And the line up. And I love this. Can you see on there? It even does an embossed detail round the hole in the centre. Can you see? Look, it's even embossed. Don't know if you're picking that up. Hopefully, there you are. You can see that there. Look. Oh yeah. All embossed around there. So yeah. So these will then line up if you want to do mats and layers. If you wanted to, you know, you could have a really fancy one, and all the stamps will fit on one of the widths. Okay. So you know, I'm not saying they all fit on. They won't all fit on the 1.5, but there'll be one of the widths, the 1.5, the 2, or the 2.5. That all of those stamps will fit on. Okay. And then you've got all the little pieces all neatly on the bottom that I can just get rid of. So I thought we would make a gift box. Okay. So I have cut myself some cards. So my box is, I've cut it to 7.5 inches square, and I've given myself a 1.5 inch lip. So that's a 3 inch there. So that's going to give me a 4.5 inch box when I've finished. I've got L on for my lid, and so I've got nothing on my base. Remember, we do left hand side of your scoreboard for your lid and right hand side of your scoreboard for your base. Now we always just do, it's always easier to do the mats and layers, that's the word I was looking for, before we assemble it. So we can do, I've got all of those here. So we can just do...
That's pretty paper.
It is, isn't it? This is from Kindness Changes Everything. Oh. Pretty, isn't it? Mm. There we go. So I've got 4, there we go, 4 on there, and we can pop that onto here. I'm just going to do it with my tacky glue. I'm doing it with my tacky glue because my all-purpose glue's just about run out. Oh no! And I forgot to check before we started. I'm just decanting one little bit of bottle into another, and then between the shows I'll go and ask Julia nicely for another bottle. I'm sure she's got some stash somewhere. There we go. And that's a good point, Nicola. Will she let me have it? I don't know. I don't know. So let's do our mats and layers on our box just here, and that's going to go just there. And then we do these ones. There we go. And this is going to line up onto here. This is by far and away the easiest way to do mats and layers before you assemble your box. You're just going to find it so much easier. And what I thought I would do is I'd stick these on, then we'll make our tag, and then we'll come back to assembling the box, because then the glue will have dried. Now, one thing I do like to make sure is that when I do this, that everything is lining up neatly, because it will just improve that end look when you're finished. Put that on there. You really do need the smallest amount of your tacky glue, and believe you me, it'll hold it like completely solid.
Teresa Moon says, I have this hole punch and it's absolutely marvellous. Yeah, it's great to be able to cut all those different size tags. You know, when you go, Christmas is obviously the key thing when you think about, you've got to buy loads of gift tags, and they're quite expensive by the time you buy them, and they're a little bit flimsy. You can personalise all of these properly, can't you?
But you often find that when you buy gift tags, they don't match the paper properly, do they? I'm not on the other side. They don't match the paper, or they're too fussy for the paper. Do you know what I mean? If you want, and I often want quite plain tags so that I can, we were talking about this at Christmas, because we both like to gift wrap, so you can spend time. If you're doing, pretty gift wrap, then you don't want a fancy tag, do you? Because you want to do the rest with your, your whatever, however you're going to do your gift wrapping. So I just think these work really, really well. So we can pop that onto here, and then that one's been cut. That's because I've done them. Aha! That one's going on there. I've got the wrong one. That one's gone out. I didn't spot that. It nearly got caught out there. Nearly, but not quite. That one's going to go onto here. And that's going to go on there. And then I can do this one again. Pop a little bit. I'm going to go on the plain side, just as a contrast even. And then I can put that one on there, and that's going to be the same length. And then that's in a minute. I'm going to pop that onto there in a minute. Okay. So let me just put that to one side now, so that can dry. And then I've just got a little piece of my cardstock, and we're going on the smallest 1.5 inch. So we can pop that into there. So all the way in, doesn't matter how small it is, as long as you can hold it down, and we can then punch and look at that absolutely perfectly. So I'm going to do this with my stamping platform, and then we've got our stamp. So let's have a look at this. Have I got room for the magnets? I think I have. We can take that, and we can put that. Right, now this is going to get quite tight, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a little bit of tape on the back, and I'm going to actually take that one, and I'm going to, let's do it on the black one so that you can see. I'm going to use that, and I've a little bit of, you see, just a little bit of dotty tape, and I'm going to put that on there, and I've just put it on the black one so you can see. And what I can do now is I can use the magnets to hold that down, and it's not going to interfere.
Oh, that's a good idea, yeah.
Now you can just stick this card straight to your stamping platform, and a lot of us do, but then I get a little bit, my stamping platform's getting mucky, whereas this way, don't you smile at me, Becky.
Only you, Corrine. I tell you what, when I share the house with Corrine, I mean, Corrine is immaculate all the time.
I'm not.
Everything. We were chatting last night, and Corrine was unpacking her bag, and everything in her suitcase is immaculately folded. I've just shoved things in carrier bags. I am the epitome of a bag lady at the moment. But I'm not surprised you don't like it getting, because you are super, super tidy. It makes me feel.
I'm not,
because I'm terribly untidy.
I'm not. I just like to try and be a little bit organised.
You are organised.
There we go. We can pop that. Let's make sure it goes down on there, and then we've got best gift ever. And then all we need to do after that is take that off, and then I'm going to get the same ink pad, and I'm just going to go, oops, not on the lid, just on there. I want the lightest touch. Ooh, that wasn't the lightest touch, was it? We are going to get it.
What would be your best gift ever to receive?
What has been my best gift ever?
Yeah, what's been the best gift you've ever received?
Ooh, could go a bit deep there. I don't know.
I know. Have a think about it.
That is a good question. What's yours then?
I should say my children.
I know,
but
I was thinking that, and I was
but
like...
they're not watching.
But they're not gifts. They are gifts, but they're not gifts, are they?
They're gifts that I keep on paying for, is what there is. No, you can't send children out to work anymore. So, yeah.
Can't send them out to work.
My mum made me a book. I keep saying I'll bring it in, because it was a book, it was all made out of fabric, and it was a book about my life. For when I turned 40, and I had like, little photographs that she had printed onto fabric and then embroidered, and she'd picked out little bits of I got a Burberry bag, and I was very excited about getting this Burberry bag years ago, or a Burberry scarf, and she had little snippets of the Burberry fabric, and so she stitched those on there. I have to, and yeah, and it was all embroidered by hand. It was in a silk bag. It's absolutely beautiful. I think that is a lovely item. I really did like that. And she used lots of techniques. She was doing a couple of courses. It's almost like scrapbooking, but scrapbooking with fabric.
Yeah.
Which I quite like. That idea of, you know, when people have kept hold of, you know, a shirt that belonged to your dad that you remember, or the children's school uniforms, and being able to incorporate that into a book, I thought it was a really lovely thing. So that was something I was very pleased with. And because you know, when you make something, how long it takes, you know that it's like a real statement of love, isn't it, when you make something by hand? Now, whether it is a card that you make, or whether it's, you know, box of chocolates that you've made yourself, you know that that person is, you know, they've spent a lot of time on you, and it means a lot. And I think that's why, you know, we all sort of we always like to get a homemade present. You know, making a card for somebody whilst, you know, you enjoy doing it. It is an outpouring of love to somebody that you've made a card, unless it's one of those ones where I've forgotten to make them a card and I've literally just got a piece of A4 paper and then written happy birthday on the top of it, and that is a statement of I forgot it was your birthday and I do apologise.
But I think looking back, what you say is very true, because looking back, when you're kids, things are often wasted on our children, aren't they? Because they don't, in the nicest possible way. I can remember some of the beautiful things my mum made for me, you know, handmade. When I was little, my parents didn't have money. My mum handmade all my clothes. I never had bought clothes. They literally couldn't afford them. Just, there was no money. So, and my nan was a brilliant seamstress. My mum is very good. And, you know, they just made everything. So it meant my tiny tears always had matching clothes. Me and my tiny tears always wore matching clothes when I was little. Just out of the scraps, Mum used to make, you know, little dresses for my dolls. But then I can remember things like my mum, I really wanted this hand-knitted cardigan, and I wanted it in a specific colour, in this raspberry pink. And it was one where you knitted it from the cuff, and then you knitted it out that way, like back wings, then across the back, and then you went back down into, you know. And I can still remember my mum making me that. And at the time, it was like, come on, you know, is it finished yet? Is it finished yet? And now I look back and I think, gosh, the hours my mum must have put into that, you know. And, and then she's also done, she did cross stitch for each of my children. And again, they're not on the walls anymore, but I've got them all, and I would never get rid of them because my mum made them all for us. Do you know what I mean? So it's, but I do think that often gifts like that are not wasted. That's the wrong word, but you know what I'm saying.
You appreciate them more as you get older.
You do, don't you?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think, you know, that is it's a lovely thing to be able to make bits and pieces for people, and for people to keep hold of them. I've made gift tags in the past. You know, we were talking about the gift punch, but and my mother-in-law puts them on the Christmas tree every year.
Oh, that's nice.
Because, you know, she's kept them, all the little bits and pieces that I've made, because she's, you know, she's impressed that, you know, I've made something, and then she always remembers, which I think is great. You know, that's what we want.
Yeah.
And Panda Cross says, wow, Becky, that sounds like an amazing, what a lovely keepsake. I will bring this book in because it is really quite spectacular. And actually, if you like your scrapbooking and you like your soft crafts, this might be something that you might want to try and replicate. I wouldn't be able to do it on a craft along, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
before anybody gets any ideas.
Yeah, I think that is something that's going to take a very long time. Lillian Kwok says, good morning, everyone. Hi, Becky, and hi, Corrine. Is that a new paper pad that you're using, the one that you've got there? Is that new? We'll check it for you. We think it might be. I think it might be an old one that we've got.
I think it is. Yes. Yeah, it is. I just wanted to show you here how beautifully these pens. I mean, this stamp and everything isn't in on the show today. It's the let me just remind myself. It's a Summer Meadow. Yes, it is. It's a Summer Meadow paper pad. Sorry, it's kindness changes. I've written it down in such a way that I couldn't read my own writing. Summer Meadow. Yeah, Summer Meadow. So yes, it is. Kindness changes everything is a stamp. Sorry, I've written it down and then forgotten which bit it is. You know, because we get everything done in advance. But just look at that. Can you see how beautifully that? So I've got a little bit of glue. How beautifully those pens have just created that. So all I would then do is trim that out, and then you've got a gorgeous element. But that's only possible because of using those gorgeous tri-blend brush pens. So yeah, we've got that, and we've got our gift tag. So now I think we can make our box up. Let's see if there's any foam pads over here. Some days there are, and some days there aren't, and there are today. So we can pop a couple of little pads under there, just like that. So let's just put this together. So there we are, my score tool, and we can just go around there. And this is just so much easier, just for leaving. I mean, how long have I left it? 4 or 5 minutes? Yeah. It's not really long, but it just enough. Just enough for that glue to dry and make it that bit easier. And that goes on there. And then all I'm going to do, I'm going to do this with my tape pen, just down here, all the way. Definitely easier to put the glue on all the elements before we fold it up. And that's going to go on just there and on here. But I mean, you know, best gift ever. I should know I bought it. What a perfect sentiment to put on a present. And again, I think very often presents don't have to be uber fancy. No. Sometimes, like you say, it's the act of giving and, you know, the wrapping. And having something in a box like this, it could just be, you know, shop-bought chocolates that you put in there, but having that in a beautiful box makes it such a special gift. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, you spent a bit of time on it. Obviously, you know, I wouldn't be wanting a box like that filled with chocolates as opposed to just a bag filled with diamonds. Well, it could be a box of diamonds, Becky. It could be a box of diamonds. Yeah. Tim, my husband, are you watching? That's what I'd like for my birthday. No, he's out doing the lawn, Becky. What's that? He's out doing the lawn. He's out, yeah. He phoned me this morning and I said, have you got a nice day planned? He said, I'm scarifying the lawn. He is so boring. Scarifying the lawn. That's something grown-ups do. That's what we do as we get older. Yeah. That's the fun that we have. Oh, we're going to do some weeding and scarify the lawn. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not there. How exciting day. I'm having a much more exciting day here. But if that's how he wants to spend his bank holiday, then that's perfect. There we go. So we can then, take the foam off the back of there. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? And then put that one on. And then I've got my sentiment, and I'm just going to raise that up with, I only need one foam pad on the back of there. Go over where I put that little bit of glue, and we're going to pop that just on here. And then I've got a little ribbon that I've tied. We can put that little bit of tape, and then you can just pop that onto there. And then I just need to get my butterfly, and I'm going to just use my pokey tool to curl this round. That's going to go just there. And then I've just made sure I've got my 3D glue nice and full, because that will give me the best definition, and I can pop that on there. Now, I can do that because I've got that lovely tag and then those special pens as well to be able to do that. Oh, anyone would be happy to receive that. It would, wouldn't they? Lovely, absolutely. Tracy says, my best gift has been my engagement ring. It's the gold from my mum and my dad's wedding ring that that we both designed, and our marriage, as I've always said, I wouldn't get married until I met Andrew, and he was the one. That's a lovely idea. Yeah, I really like that idea. So lots of people saying how they, are loving the colours of the box that you've made. I think this hole punch it really is a very cool thing to have. You'll get loads of use out of it. So this is what the hole punch
will make, these different sizes. So you've got 3 different sizes, but obviously on this one you can see how they mat and layer, and obviously you can make them as long as you want. As Corrine was saying, you make them as long as the piece of paper that you happen to have. Then you'll also be getting the stamps to go with it, so a special gift you never knew you wanted, the best gift ever. I know, I bought it. Warning, the contents of this package may be awesome. Well, it's the thought that counts. Then I hate presents, said no one ever. Certainly not me. This is for you, but I wish it was mine. How many times have we done that, given someone a gift and we really want it ourselves? This is exactly what you did not ask for. So the price for this, platinum price, is £16.80 or $24. Again, really good deal, and you'll get double points on everything as well. Now, if you're watching that and you think, I haven't got a stamping platform, we've got them here. Not only do we have the stamping mats, which I didn't know I needed, but then when I bought it, I realised how much easier it is to stamp. So don't scrimp and think, oh, I can get away with just a stamping platform. You want this as well. You're going to get the stamping mats, and then there is the stamping platform. You've got 2 different sizes. You've got a 4-inch and a 6-inch stamping platform. This is £20 or $27. Your platinum price is £16 or $21.60. Double points as well. Lots of people loving that. That's a great project, says Gracie Arts Watercolours. Sweet Imp says, beautiful Corrine. Betty Weaver says, hello. And Michelle says, very pretty box, and the butterfly is very pretty. It looks really, really lovely. I really like that. Hope that's inspiring you, and we'll give you the opportunity to check out your baskets, and we'll see you in a couple of moments.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
One that was really funny, Ben. You didn't.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan. Can we clip that?
We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other, where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Happy Sunday. It's raining outside.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
not very nice Sunday. Never mind. It's good because if it rains, it means you've got to stay inside and you've got to craft.
Yep.
Because you don't want to just be sitting there twiddling your thumbs. You might as well be fiddling around with some dyes or some inks, taking advantage of all the deals that we've got on the show today. Lots of people are messaging in to say hello. Annie says good morning everyone from Bristol, and says good morning Becky, Corrine, and the behind the scenes crew and Team Social. Good morning to you all. I did see earlier on that Rhonda was saying, good morning, Corrine, Becky, CCTV crew, Team Social and all my most amazing crafty friends watching and chatting today from Oak Park in Chicago. I hope everybody is having a good day. And Sweeten is going off to a Coronation Sunday roast dinner, followed by a 6-year-old birthday princess party for her great niece Lila. We could go. We could be the entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to entertain 6-year-olds.
No.
Sing to them probably, or actually,
Frozen.
Do you know Frozen whilst doing a little bit of crafting?
Perfect.
They'd love that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
A little bit of glue, a little
Glitter.
sparkles. Yeah. I think we'll be there. We'll be there. We do have some great deals for you. What we have here are some stamp and die sets. These are a fancy sentiment stamp and die set. So the first one here is your happy. Then we have Just to Say. Next one is Special Friend. And Thanks Very Much. £13 or $17 for all 4 of these. Platinum price is £10.40 or $13.60. Again, great deal. These are really useful, aren't they?
It certainly is. So what you're going to get, what I should have done is, I was not very organised here, where they got. Let me show you some finished samples quickly. I should have done these. So what you're going to get for each one of these is you're going to get the die that's going to cut the shape out, then you're going to get the stamp for the main word and an extra stamp for the, the accompanying little bit of the sentiment. So that one is Special Friend. Look at this. I mean, how simple is that? That's one our Julia's done. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah. So you just make a lovely backwash and put those on. I think sometimes, I mean, some of these gorgeous ones on here, like this one with our gorgeous wildflowers, is absolutely beautiful. But it works both ways, doesn't it? With fancy bits and with your plain elements as well. How about bringing out all those gorgeous embossing folders? And now, what we've done here is we've done it here and then put gilding flakes on. Nice. So we've stamped with our medium that you can do for your gilding medium, and then put the gilding flakes on once it's gone tacky. There are so many different ways. That one is so this one. This one's really good. This one is done with stamping it in white on white, and then using that sort of resist technique and going over with your pen, your inks afterwards, so that the white really pops. So you can have it, so many different ways, or you can, making the most of all of your other stamps and dies that you've got. But who says you only have to do it once? I do love this one where we've got the happy repeated all the way down there. Just just putting that lovely faux stitch border around there.
Nice.
Now this has been stamped regular ink, so I would possibly quick dry ink there, and then with your pigment ink at the bottom so that it can be heat embossed. So lots of different ways to use them. And we're going to use the just to say. So you've got this. Now, I would say die cut first and stamp second with this.
Okay.
If I stamp with this, I've then got to line up a solid die. I can't see the stamped image underneath. If there was an outline, then maybe I'd do it the other way round. Okay. But because it's a solid, I could just have it 2 or 3 mil off. And because you've got that, you always have a border around the outside between your blade and the edge. It's going to cover up and you're not going to be able to see it. So for that reason alone, I would say die cut and then stamp. Now the great thing is these are going to go through every single one of your machines. So even if you've only got a mini, these are going to work for you. There's going to be absolutely no problem at all. So in the white, there's my just, and then I've got some black, pop that one on there, and again it's just going to go straight through here. So our black's a little bit thicker. I always think the black is a little bit thicker, just like that, but it's gone straight through. Look at that, absolutely no problems whatsoever at all. So once you've done that, then this is, and again, this is one where I would, personally, I would always use a stamping platform. Just because, for me, I just find it a little bit easier to line up. So I'm going to do exactly the same as I did before. I'm going to put a piece of card on there, and then I'm going to put a little bit of my dotty tape pen, only a little bit, but you'll find that that is enough. Put that down, and just pop that on there. Then I'm going to get my stamp, and now because it's already cut out, I've got, I can line it up. I've got plenty of time just to line that up without having to worry, is it in the right place? Have I got it right? I can see I've got that right. And I'm going to just do this with a quick dry ink. Like I say, there are so many different ways that you could do that. You could do it with your pigment inks and heat emboss it. You can do it with your water reactive. Do it with your gilding mediums, and then put your gilding flakes on. You can even just do it with some glue and a gluey medium. Put glitter on. There's so many different ways to do it. So just press that down. Just press that, and then how perfect is that? You can see you get that lovely crisp image. So because I've got little bits of dotty tape pen, I'm just lifting that up carefully, and then that was quick dry ink. So that now is dry. If you're doing it in black, I would say go for your quick dry, because even with your water reactive, it takes that few minutes to dry, and that's when you will be smudging it and doing so. Just give yourself that fighting chance. And then I'm just going to come on here and just create the perfect drop shadow, just like that. Now, if you wanted it an even bigger matte layer, I'll show you there's another way you could do this. What you could do is, now, can you see your blade is just inside your die, your metal. So what you could do, I've turned it over, because this is going to be on the back, and then I could draw around this just like this. There we go. Just all the way around, and then put that on there, just popping that on there like that. Oh, I must have some glue on there. And then when you've cut this piece out, just cut that bit out, because that's on the back. If you cut out on that line, that's going to give you a full second matte layer rather than just a drop shadow. So if you wanted to do it that way, I'm just going to cut out a bit of this just to show you. There's always ways to do it. So you can do that. It's coming around here. It's entirely up to you. But that's why I do it on the back, So, you know, so if you're doing it on the back, you must remember to turn your die over, otherwise it'll be back to front. And then it doesn't matter about the white pen line. You can see it'll be on the opposite side and it'll be hidden. And then you'll have the perfect matte layer to your mat. So it'll be like a double matte layer. I wasn't going to cut all this out now, but I'm so close to doing it now. I'm just going to come all the way around. Just there, just all the way around there, and that's going to go just there like that. Always different ways to use your products, you know, you can often find some different ways, so let's do that.
Well, that's what's nice, isn't it? Being able to use them in different ways, because otherwise it'd be quite sad if we had something you can only use it in one way, one technique. I think it's always nice to see all the different samples and how different people's interpretation of the product.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to cut this again just to show you, because that one's glued down. It's typical, isn't it? When you put something, glue it down, it always goes off really quickly when you think to yourself, oh, I'm going to show you something different. So if you want this as a, like I say, a full matte rather than a drop shadow that we've got there, then this is all I've done. Come on, there we go. And then that one will fit on. Can you see the difference? So that one's a drop shadow and that one is a second matte layer, just because we used our white pen to draw around it. So it's entirely up to you. That looks a little bit chunkier, but it's not got the sentiment stamped on. That could be what's making it look a little bit different. But you know, you do which way works for you. And then you've got your second little stamps, wherever they have gone. I've lost that. There we go, just. So all I've done is stamped my to say out. I've done a couple of mats and layers as well. And then we can make a card. Oh, I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you.
Oh, bless me. Bless me. Right, so I thought I'd use our daisy collection because that is such a pretty one. And then I'm just making, we often do this 5 3/4 rather than a 6-inch square, because you can get that from, if you look at that, you see, that's going to come out of a sheet of A4.
Great.
So you'll often see when we're doing projects on here that they're not quite 6x6 cards, because what we like to do is often make our own card bases, and you can get 5 3/4 squared card out of A4. So yeah, you'll often see that.
And then it fits better into an envelope, doesn't it? It fits better into a 6x6 envelope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you've got lots of depth in it, you've built it up quite a lot.
Yeah,
sort of
exactly.
a good way of doing it.
Sometimes when you go and buy your card blanks, you have to read, if you're buying card blanks, you have to read them carefully, because some will say 6x6 card blank and some will say to fit a 6x6 envelope.
Right, so they're always going to be slightly smaller.
They're always going to be slightly smaller. Yeah, I've got some, and I was thinking to myself, these are running up really small. I was thinking, oh, it's 6-inch. So I was doing my first mat and layer, and I'm thinking, these cards, they've been cut wrong. And then I read the packet, and it actually said to fit a 6x6 envelope. So yeah, just read them carefully. So if you have got any like that and you've got any envelopes left over, then your 5 3/4 is going to work. Pretty paper, just to show you how simple your cards can be, but just be really effective, because we've got our sentiment on there. So I've just taken some of our pretty paper, let's go that way, centre that up, and then obviously using that same collection. So if you have got the daisy collection, you'll have all of these pieces, but again, you've got so many edgeables. Everybody has got edgeables, and all I'm going to do is pop that onto my card base, just there. And then I need to put my sentiment on, so I've got my and let's get our... Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 layers of foam pads on. And I'll show, because what I've done is I've put 1 layer of foam pads on here, and I want this. Oh no, I'm not. I thought I was going to do 2. That's not working. That's too high. That was too high. Let's put 1 on. It was lifting it up too much. I thought it would work. So I am going to stick it on there. I thought I was going to stick it elsewhere. So just on there, we can put, you can you see that? Just like that.
Nice.
Yeah. And then our to say is going to go down at the bottom. and then just find whatever florals you've got. Because this is from our daisy, I've just cut out our beautiful daisy, I've matte and layered it, and I've just done some lovely little bit of colouring, nothing complicated at all. And then that looks lovely, but because we've got quite a lot of black in our card, and you will see when we're doing coloured images, we often do use quite a lot of black because black works so well. That will cover up all of our colouring effect. So that I've got my flower, but it could be whichever flowers that you've got. You know, we've had some beautiful ones on recently. I'm going to put that in the centre, but just made really pretty by having that sentiment on there.
I love that. Very
It's
nice.
really pretty, isn't it?
Really pretty. I like seeing something with the daisy collection as
Yes.
well, actually. It's really, really nice. Teresa Moon says, I learned so much from watching your early morning shows. Baskets, bows, boxes and matte layers. I've been wondering about making the perfect matte layer, and here you are. So great that you're learning a lot. Panda Craft says, I just ordered the die sentiments and the punch stamp sets.
Brilliant.
I don't know why you wouldn't with the deals that we've got here. It is absolutely lovely. Gemma says, good morning, everyone. Only just had time to pop on and looking forward to this afternoon's craft along as I'll be joining you.
Oh, brilliant.
So excited to meet you guys. We're looking forward to seeing you too. Yeah, it should be great craft.
I'm really looking forward to doing this. This one I've really, really enjoyed putting
I haven't
together.
seen it yet.
Haven't you?
I'm going to leave it as a
Okay.
surprise for myself. So if you do want to make a card just like the one that you saw Corrine make, these are our fancy sentiment and die sets. This first one is your happy birthday. Then we have just to say, which is the one we just seen. We then have special friend and thanks very much. It's £13, $17, or £10.40, or $13.60. Remember, you're going to be getting all of your double points on everything you get at the moment. And the next one we're doing is pigment. I've got those all organised. 30% saving on these today. The first colour is your crushed velvet. Then we have grasshopper. We then have straw bale. Then we have a pink tulip. We've got lemon tonic. We've got fuchsia. Then we've got honey pot. Which way? Back to the fuchsia. Oh, that's terrible. Back to the fuchsia.
Did you not see that one coming?
No.
Oh, I'm disappointed
now, if Ben had
in
been
you.
here, then yes, but not from George. George gone way down in my estimation. That's terrible. We've got Oasis. We've got plum jam. And we've got parakeet. Collection here is £40 or $60, £32 or $48 is your platinum price. We also have some quick dry inks as well. Let's see what we can come up with these ones. Parakeet. We've then got orange. It's not very interesting name, is it? Orange. Orange. We've got jet black. Then we've got misty morning. We've got Chinese red. We've got smoked emerald, which I always misread as smoked eel. Baby blue. I can just hear singing. Pine trees. We've got seal brown. And this pinky coloured one, which is named after a flower. £40, $60, £32 or $48. Great collection of all of these different ink pads. Let's just see. Yeah, let us know if you've got any questions today. While Corrine's here, she'll be able to answer any question. I mean, any question you happen to have about anything, I reckon. You know? Yeah. And we were talking last night, actually, we've got a lot of knowledge about things that aren't craft related. Yeah, I mean, a long conversation about taxes and holiday pay, and I used to program websites when websites were in their infancy.
Did you?
Yeah, I know. It's a different world. Different world.
We know
back
all
in the
sorts.
90s when no one could do websites, they used to say, Becky, can you do a website? I'd be like, yeah, like that. Obviously, I didn't look like that. I was typing much quicker than that. What's the next thing we've got on the show?
Quirky stamps.
Quirky sentiments. Do I have these under here? Where are you? Hello? They're the quirky, it doesn't help me. Is it these ones? Oh, yes, I've got those. They are quirky, aren't they? They are. This first one is life is beautiful. Smile, life is beautiful. Then we have somebody loves you. I love that. That is so cute. Next one is I love you to the moon and back. I like that sentiment. Family are like fudge, mostly sweet with a few nuts. And monkey nuts there, which I saw on Facebook. Debbie Fisher was eating monkey nuts at the Raffles Hotel in Singapore. Okay, Debbie Robinson got the wrong end of the stick there, didn't she? This is life is better with a cat. And then this is all guests must be approved by the dog. Then we have, sorry, I just rested my, I can't read that. Oh, sorry, did I just roll my eyes out loud? And then this one is, Lord, give me coffee to change the things that I can't change and wine to accept the things that I can. Can't. What?
Completely read that one out.
Lord, give me coffee to change the things that I can change and wine to accept the things that I can't. That makes more sense. Becky, big fat thumbs over the information on the back of that little board there. £27.93. Sorry, £27.93. Or $41.65.
You can have some lunch
my
soon.
goodness, what is wrong with me
today? You can have some lunch soon. It'll be all right. A cup of coffee and some. Do you drink coffee?
No.
No, me neither.
Maybe that's a problem. £22.34 or $33.32. Double points on this as well. I'm going to pass you over to Corrine because I can't speak today.
No. Okay, right, so I'm going to quickly show you some cards. Now, these are gorgeous. So, you know, if all you want to do is make a gorgeous background and stamp onto there, then go for it, you know. But if you want to do it and then cut it out, I think that's lovely. I love this one because it's in the shape of a cat, obviously. All guests must be approved by the dog. That one, when we did I launched these down at Hobbymaker with Zena, and she definitely wanted that one because anybody that's seen us on Hobbymaker with Zena knows she brings Ivy in with her to work, which is gorgeous. It's her dog. So family are like fudge, mostly sweet with a few nuts. And look at that. That's just from our Colour Your World paper pad, which is gorgeous. So, you know, just make that on there. And then, look, a little hanging on there. So you could say, you know, families are like fudge. What a lovely gift to give someone. Love you to the moon and back. You're getting quite a, well, you're getting 8 sets. Quite a lot. You're getting 8 sets. Sorry, did I just roll my eyes out loud? That's what it says, Becky. I don't know what you thought it said. And then we've got that, you know, absolutely gorgeous. You know, really use it. That one goes that way somehow. Oh, it must just close up, I think. There we go. Nearly there. Some bunny loves you. We've got that. And I love this. Lovely little easel card. Lord, give me coffee to change the things that I can and wine to change the things I can't. Again, just making our own beautiful backgrounds. And finally, smile, life is beautiful. Aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's move those out of the way and then we'll do this one on here. Oh, there it is. I thought I'd lost my piece of card. Where did those come from? There.
I've got a question.
You've got a question. Go for it.
Paul says, good morning, Becky and Corrine.
Good morning, Paul.
What's the best adhesive to put on vellum on top of cardstock?
That is a question that is asked so often. And the simple answer is try to put your adhesive where it's not going to be seen.
Okay.
So if I wanted to put vellum over here and I had a piece of vellum like there, if this was my vellum and I had a topper on top, I'd put my adhesive underneath my topper.
Right, okay.
If you can't, maybe use some little brads or corner punches. Maybe have your vellum twisted round so that you can glue it behind.
Okay.
if everything else fails, right, I'm just going to do a bit of colouring while we're talking. I'm just putting on my lemon tonic on here. If all else fails, use the thinnest layer of your tacky glue, really thin, because tacky glue is tackier the less you use.
Right.
'Cause it goes use the thinnest layer of tacky glue in as discreet an area as possible.
Okay.
So I wouldn't go all over the front. If you were having to do that, maybe go round the edge and then smooth it with your finger so that it is ultra thin.
Okay.
And it will stick because tacky glue is brilliant. But just try, look at your project and try and find a discreet place.
Okay.
That's what I do. But yeah, if all else fails, tacky glue.
Or slap a butterfly on it.
Yeah. You know, tacky glue under your topper or just really, really thin. Now, I have used my leopard print embellishment, leopard print embossing folder.
It's catching today.
I know, it's my writing, leopard print you see. So I was doing this in my room. So going on there with my yellow first, my lemon tonic, and then I'm coming in with my orange. And I'm just going to come over. So basically, I'm making my own sort of textured background. This is just like, this reminds me of our ginger Tom that we used to have called Puss Puss. Puss Puss. We rescued him. Yeah. Because we lost a cat. We lost Humphrey. He disappeared on the milk float like you do. He went with the milkman. In the days when you used to have a milk float with milk bottles on, he jumped on it. Somebody saw him on the back of the milk float, and then he was never seen again.
He was like, right, I'm off. I'm going with this man who gives me cream and milk.
Exactly. So it was. I mean, we were little, so it was way before internet. I mean, it was years before. So we put an advert in the paper that we'd got a cat, and somebody told us that he'd found it. So we went for it. Long story short, this man did not want to keep this cat, and we didn't see the milkman. That's an obvious answer. Why my parents didn't do that?
You should have rolled up a little message and stuck it in the milk bottle saying, please can I have 5 pints and my cat, please.
I'm assuming it must have got off the milk float at some point because the milkman didn't have it. Anyway, this man had found a ginger Tom, and my dad went to see it, and it wasn't Humphrey, but the man didn't want to keep the cat. Won't go into the details there. But so my dad brought it home. So he put him into the garage where we had some furniture. But my mum was like, we've got to go feed it. Yeah. And she kept going into the garage going, here, puss, 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 you know, like you do. Yeah. And anyway, he turned into the most loving cat, and we had him for, gosh, about another 8-9 years after that. We never got Humphrey back. Humphrey never came home.
Maybe one day Humphrey came back, looked through the window, and I was like, no, they've replaced me.
Yeah, he probably did.
Oh, hold on a minute, I'll go with the postman.
Do you not remember Humphrey the straws, the Humphrey, which was the advert for the milk? Or is that No. I would be about 5 or 6, and I'm probably 10 years older than you, aren't I?
No, I don't remember that
Yeah,
at all.
that's where he got his name from, because there used to be an advert with a straw. Yeah, there was a milk.
Woman.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have made a kid's story out of that, really, couldn't you?
Yeah.
That is, it's a great escape.
You couldn't make it up, could you? You couldn't make it up, could you? But there you go. But yeah, it's a true story. I promise you, it's a true story. Humphrey ran off with the milkman. There you go. So, this will all come. You'll see the reason why I've done this in a minute. So I've made myself a background. What was that?
Or a song, and Humphrey ran off with a milkman, or something like that. That's brilliant.
Yeah, he was a lovely. But yeah, there we go. We lost Humphrey. There we are.
Yeah.
It was 1976.
You don't know. I mean, they do some of these. I was going to call them hamsters. Some of these cats really do live a long time, but I don't think sort of 50 years is not really going to happen, is it?
Oh dear, the conversations we have. But anyway, it still reminds me of Puss Puss because Puss Puss was that colour. There you go. That was where I was coming from. That was where I was coming from. So there we go. Puss Puss was those sorts of colours.
Were they not both ginger, you said? Were they not both ginger tops?
Yeah, but Puss Puss was a much orangery ginger.
Okay.
Yeah. They're really not being nice to me. I'm now going to use my quick dry inks. I'm just going to get on with my You're right over there, Becky.
I could just see this little cat with like a little stick with all his bundles of goodies there, and he's like, right, I'm off on the back of the milk float. Oh, that's so funny.
It's true, he did. There you go.
Oh, you'll make that into a little story for children. That's a.
What's the moral of the story? I don't know.
Don't worry,
replace you.
Someone else.
There we go. Look at how I wanted to show you how beautifully they stamp. Now, if you wanted to, you could cut that out. That would be lovely, like you saw on that sample. And then I'm just going to go in with my inks. Now, this is quick dry ink, so straight away that's dried really quickly.
Lillian Kwok says, Corrine, of course Humphrey went off with the milk float. I remember Humphrey straws. I'm going to have to Google that.
Thank you.
I quite like the name of Humphrey for cat, actually. Especially if it's a grumpy cat.
Humphrey the Grumpy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I call my husband, Grumpy.
Yeah.
Or Grumpy Chops or Grumpy Pants. I even say to the children, what's Grumpy Pants doing today? And they know exactly who I'm talking about. Yeah.
You just call him boring. He rang you this morning in your head. Hello, gosh, you're boring. I was sitting eating my breakfast, minding my own business. I thought, do I need to leave the room? Now, I'm going to use exactly the same colours to blend on there. There we go, just to build that up. And it really does make such a difference. There we go. The conversations we have.
I know.
You actually couldn't recall it and tell. But I mean, doesn't that look lovely? And again,
gorgeous.
With those, the colours now just work beautifully. So I have got myself, let me just get rid of some of this ink off here. There we go. Get rid of that.
Crafty Vera says, Becky, we know you're not normally tongue-tied. I should warm up again with some Welsh locations. So I was, I said the only accent I can do is a Welsh accent.
Is it?
It's just outside Cardiff.
Oh yeah.
And then, then someone said, "Oh, can you say the longest place name in Wales?" And I can. So I went to a Welsh school.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
In London or in Wales?
Yeah. It used to be in Powys Castle, and then they moved it to Surrey because, of course, Surrey, Wales, why not? So we had to sing the Welsh national anthem. So that's really useful if I go to a rugby event, which I never do. But then when the rugby's on, I do sing it, and people are quite impressed.
Wow.
But unfortunately, there's a few of us that we've kept in touch from school. And my friend who's married to a vicar, she says whenever she loves rugby, and she can only remember the rude version of the Welsh national anthem that we used to sing, which I'm not going to sing today. But yeah, I should have done my elocution lessons, the things like what I used to say at school: great big bumblebee and 3 thrushes thrice.
3 thrushes thrice.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
So this was your secondary school, not your primary school?
The Welsh one, yeah. Yeah, it was. And all of our classrooms were named after places in Wales, which I've never been to, which is awful. I've never been to Wales. I'd quite like to go.
I was born in Wales.
I know. Really? Just outside Cardiff?
I was born in Cardiff.
Ah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. I do love a Welsh accent. I'm not particularly good at it, but I do love a Welsh accent.
So, look at that. I mean,
beautiful.
Looks lovely, doesn't it, so far? So then we can pop this onto here. I mean, these are focal points you cut. These have been designed, these sentiments, to be the main sort of bit. You don't need lots of bits. Yes, you might want to put on a little flower or, you know, a little bit of embellishment, but the main focal point of your card is going to be these sentiments. So I've just popped.
But with that background, that's absolutely perfect, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh.
It took me long enough to convince my hubby to let us have a dog. I don't think I need to go home now. And this card's for Humphrey. Poor Humphrey. If only he knew, 50 years on, he would be talked about. There we go. Would he have done what he did? Who knows? We miss you, Humphrey. Oh, dear.
Well, maybe he might have had a very happy rest of his life. He may have been pampered and,
yeah,
you know, he may not have come back home and seen that you've replaced him with someone else. He might have, yeah.
Right. What I'm doing is I'm using some of my, just so you can see, we'll go back to Humphrey in 2 ticks, use some of my mini dies. But what I did was, because I've cut them out in advance, I've just stuck them on the back of a piece of, I had a spare piece of my hold and release sheet, because I'm using hold and release sheet in my demo, my craft along next weekend. So all I've done is held them onto here, so there's no adhesive, and I'm just using the waste that they came out of.
Okay.
Oops, that should have gone on there. That didn't work. There we go. Press that down and that one there to position them.
That's a good idea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So just so that I make sure that they come back to being proper paw prints. Paw prints.
Oh dear. Elocution lessons for us all.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
Putting those on through there so that I got them in the right place, because I was putting them down and they were looking a little bit strange, and I thought, well,
not
actually,
perfect. Not perfect.
Not perfect. They weren't perfect. So I thought, don't throw that little piece of card away. Just use that to position them.
That's a very good idea for those sort of small things that need to be in the right place. You know, like maybe even when you get like a flower with the stem and the leaves and you don't quite get all the petals right, but being able to use that technique, that's a really handy hint.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, that one got caught. Come on, catch. There we go. There we are. So just staggered my paw prints. That's Humphrey running away. There we go. How about that? I just think that really, really pretty, but all just, you know, brought all together.
That's lovely. I really like that. Oh, life is better with a cat.
It is.
Or two
You got
cats.
a cat?
Yeah. No, not anymore. I'm not allowed one now. I'm not at home enough, apparently. Not like cat wants you being at home anyway. They just want to be fed.
Yeah.
But yeah, at some point we're going to get another one. This one is, these are your quirky sentiment stamps. This is A Life is Beautiful. Then we've got Somebody Loves You. I Love You to the Moon and Back. Families are like fudge. They're mostly sweet with a few nuts. Life is better with a cat. All guests must be approved by the dog. Sorry. This one. I'm so sorry. Right, sorry, did I just roll my eyes out loud?
You're very pink.
And then this one, I know, I keep laughing. This one is the one about coffee and wine. Which I can't read.
You're not going to even attempt to read that, are you?
I'm going to do it wrong. Oh, dear.
Should we have a break, Becky? Should we find out all about CTV?
Please.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You all have time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV. Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
My dad was a printer, which was the old, the old letter set printer, the type, the old printer's type. So he used to bring home offcuts of card. And so I always had paper and card around me from as long as I can remember. He would donate bits of offcuts to the school I went to, and so it was always accessible. My mum and dad bought me colouring products, art products, and good quality art products, like adult quality art products. So I found I could draw from a really early age. So really between that and crafting, it's just been punctuating all through my life. I think you can get inspiration from anywhere. It's hard, there's never one source. It's from anywhere. It could be a crafting person, it could be a non-crafting person. It inspires me in different aspects. It could be art, inspiration from artists, inspiration from crafters, or inspiration on just inspiring people. It's all about the viewers. If it wasn't for the viewers, then there is no purpose in what am I doing it for? It's not about me, what I can do, it's about what I can inspire the viewers to do. And if I'm not inspiring them, then I'm not doing my job. So it's all about the viewers, and it's all and keeping them interested, fired up to give new things a try. And mostly any blocks, anything that holds someone back is more confidence than ability. That's what I've found. So if I can inspire people and give them that little bit of confidence to give them the nudge, fantastic. I think the biggest achievement is keep doing what I'm doing for so long now. I remember, when I first started, when everything's new, it can just, maybe the enthusiasm and the love for what you do might wane. But it hasn't. Here I am, as I said, 18 years further down the line, professionally crafting. And I think that's my greatest achievement, is that I'm still loving it, doing it, enjoying it. And the feedback's been incredible from the crafters, and that's what I'm doing it for. So that, I think, is my greatest achievement, and the feedback I'm still getting. Not many people know this, but I'm going to share this now. Is when I lived in America and I was 19, my eyelashes turned white. So this is still my hair colour. Oh, I'm getting on a bit now, but it's just my natural hair colour, dark hair colour, white eyelashes. I look like, the John Wyndham, the Midwich Cuckoos. I look like one of those little alien people with me if I don't wear mascara. Underneath it, lily white eyelashes. Go figure. I did worry for a while I was going to turn white, emanating out from my eyes, which would have looked very strange to try and disguise for a bit. Hello. Really sorry about that. I giggled a lot then. I feel much better now. I've had a little bit of a clear my eyes because I had tears down my face. So I might look a little bit like a panda with my makeup running, but let's not worry about that. I do apologise about that. really interesting to see all that information about Sheena, and I've not met Sheena yet because we are like ships that pass in the night, because I come here on a Thursday and she goes on a Thursday, doesn't she? She's here on a Wednesday, so I have not met her, but I'm looking forward to meeting you, Sheena, whenever that we get that opportunity. Now, we've got loads of deals for you, as I mentioned before. We've got the Crown 20 just promo code for you to use. You get 20% off various items on the website. Everything that you buy between now and midnight on Monday, you will get double points. And there's also a code for 25% off various items to do with scrapbooking. The code for that is CCNSBD. Rolls off the tongue. But you're going to get all sorts of other bits and pieces. That code is on the website. Actually, I looked, the craft magnets are in there, mini die sets, and the plaid pads are in that. 25% off. Worth getting that, definitely. Right, we do also have these here today. So these are our statement word dies. So these are the ones that are like an edgeable. So you've got happy birthday, you have thank you, you've got special day, you have just for you, and hello you. £17 or $22, platinum price is £13.60 or $17.60, and of course you're going to get your double points. These are lovely, I really like these. You've got a few samples over there, haven't you?
I have. Make me try then. These are like an edgeable. They are an edgeable. That's why they are like an edgeable.
They are like an edgeable, yes, because you're right, they are.
They are. They are definitely an edgeable. So you can use them in lots of different ways. I love this, where we have got them cut into the edge here, and then we have drawn round or used a die or just use your ruler to cut it out to make that lovely shaker. So you've got your... There you go, you can see that, the love you. And then you can either paper piece there or put some card behind. We've got our happy birthday. Again, lovely by just putting the glitter card behind. Our thank you comes across here. Isn't that really pretty? And again, on there. And then this is a brilliant way, like we've done here, to use our decoupage pads up. You know, just... You know, it brings in all of your other elements. Now, trust me to get this. Oh, it goes that way. There we go. Down the side.
Oh, that's nice.
Who says you have to have them going across the top? That's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice.
So that's been stenciled and then die cut. So you would stencil it first before you die cut it. So it's just a regular 8x8 card, I think. Oh, 7 3/4 card. And then stencil the front and then put that on. Our Z fold cards, so just across the front on there. And I love with this one, you get the hearts with that as well. Just for you now, because it is an edgeable, can you see here, it's cut into there, but you can then lift that up and have it,
good, isn't it?
Over the top. Another lovely way. And then again, we have, going down the side. Go on, you can see that. Ah, hello you. I love that, that really stands out. So what we've done here is coloured in the die cut once you've done it. So that's not, I thought that might have been paper piece, but it's not. It's just using our pens to colour it in. So you've got that lovely contrast. So I thought we would use the happy birthday, because we all need, birthday cards are probably some of the cards we make the most. So I thought we'd have a go at this. And again, so this is a 5 3/4 card, because I just put that together. Again, come out of our A4. Now, what you've got here, if you look at this, so you've got this cutting blade across here, and then it comes up on there. So you can see, instead of being a straight line, this is one blade that comes along, up around the butterfly, up around the top of the word happy. Then these bits are going to cut in. Now, if you look down here, the birthday is all cut out more or less in one piece, but there's no cutting blade around the bottom. So these bits are all going to cut into your card, and this bit, because it's got the blade around the outside, is going to cut out. Okay. So it's always worth having a look at where the blades sit. Are they going to cut in, as this bit, or are they going to cut out? Well, this does both. So I've got my card, and I'm just going to lay it, so, you know, the top half. I just put myself a little pen mark because I've measured up the next bit. And I'm going to take that, and I'm going to just pop a piece of tape on there. Just make sure it's nice and straight. Now the easiest thing to do is you must have your card open out. Even if you're using your junior plates, which these will fit onto, you've got to have your card open out, otherwise you're going to cut into the back as well. I've just put it onto my regular plate, just so that nothing's going to get squashed or damaged. Again, I might be trying, if I was at home, I'd probably try this without my metallic shim first, just to see if it goes in. Because I'm doing the whole card, it just takes a little bit of the pressure off, and it doesn't flatten the card base quite as much. But that's actually cut lovely. There we go. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that off. Now, because we've got this, all we need to do now is we just need to level this up, and we're just going to come down the edge just to there, and then catch it round, and then that piece will cut away, and then you can see, there we go, it's cut into. So we've cut into our card and we've cut out of our card. And actually what you can see here is the birthday has stayed in. So what I could do is I could get another, look at that, there we go, look, comes out in one piece. So what you could do is just get another piece. So I've got some green card here. What I could do is just put that over there and cut that out, and then that would paper piece into there if you wanted to. But what we're actually going to do is I'm going to stick that card behind. But if you wanted to paper piece it in, then you could. That'd be just as easy. So all I'm going to do is put some tape across here. Just get that, my dotty tape. I've just popped that bit off. That was me being a bit rough. I can pop that back in a minute. Don't do it again, Corrine. Just put that one on there. Turn that over. And then that's going to go across there, all the way around like that. I pulled that little piece out, didn't I? But I can pop it back in. I'm going to do it with a little bit of glue. It'd be easier. Come on. Try not to open it too much to get a big spurt of glue. I accidentally pulled that one off. There we go.
What is that? Oh, that's just where
that's the loop.
The loop for the Y, yeah.
The Y, yeah. It's just the loop for the Y, but it was me. I accidentally caught it, whereas I was putting my tape pen on. So once we've done that, so you can see, again, you could be coming in and we could be colouring this. It's entirely up to you. But what I've done is I've taken some gorgeous paper.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's out of one. Oh, I haven't got it written down. I do know which paper pad that is because I use it quite a lot. I'll have a look, see if it's, I can, is it here? It's one of these two. It's one of these two. It's not that one, so I think it must be that one. No, it isn't. Oh, I'll see if I can remember what it is.
Okay.
But it's one that I use quite a lot.
I'm sure a viewer knows what it is. If you can remember what paper pad that is, let us know.
And then I'm going to run this tape around, this ribbon around here, just to make a little bow. It's always nicer if you can tuck your ribbon in. And what I tend to do as well is, even though I've caught it with my red liner tape's really good for that, I'll then put a second piece of red liner tape on, because that's just going to hold it even more secure. And I know it's definitely not going to come off. Put that one on there. And then that's going to pop off like that. And then we can pop a little bit of wet glue over the other bits. And then that will fit really. I'm actually going to fold that in so that I can see what I'm doing. Oops, caught that there. Come on out the way. That's going to fit just there. Pop that one in. I'm just going to get my score tool and just burnish that, just because that green card was making it sit out. And then I had another piece of ribbon, and we can then take that and just tie it around there, just to make that looks a little bit long. I don't think we need it quite that long, so we can trim that off just like that.
Pretty.
Pardon?
Looks really pretty.
It does, doesn't it? And let's come all the way along the. Oh, should I open the nozzle properly?
Very sort of clean and fresh, all those colours.
It is, isn't it? It's nice and minty,
yeah.
fresh and clean, like you say. That's going to pop in there, and you'll just see that I've just gone round with my parakeet and just edged those edges, just to give them that little pop. Because sometimes you'll find that, sorry, that just needs a little bit more glue, where when you've cut your cardstock, you sometimes get that white edge. So just go round with things like your parakeet. I've got a lovely, because we've got a butterfly there, it seems to work really well to use another butterfly, and we can pop that one just there. And then I've got 5 pearls here, so I can put one in that corner, one in that corner, and then I've got my tweezers to pick those up. Let's put one just there. And if you haven't got pearls that match exact colour, like, you know, these fit so well. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. Then just colour them with your pens. And those tri-brush pens work really well, because I find brush nibs for colouring pearls is even better than your bullet nibs, because you can just get them, you know, you can just get that ink flowing, and it just works so perfectly.
Do you need to leave them to dry for a while, or are they pretty much ready to use?
The dry is fairly instant.
Yeah.
I mean, give it 2 or 3 minutes and they are dry. That's all you need, literally. Because the alcohol evaporates. As soon as the alcohol has evaporated, we're there. Now, how quick was that to put together, but really, really pretty.
Very nice. Wow. That's very quick and easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that. So these are our statement word dies. These are a collection here. We've got 5 different dies. The first one is Happy Birthday, which of course is how we, no, like you say, it's the most often card we make, isn't it? Thank You is the next one, with a little butterfly on there. Then we've got Special Day. We also have Just For You. And finally, Hello You. £17 or $22. Platinum price is £13.60 or $17.60. Double points again today throughout all today until Monday at midnight. So definitely worth, if you're thinking about buying something and you want to just sort of move up into the next level, today's the day, or today and tomorrow are the days to do it, because you're going to be getting those double points. So we're going to do, we need to do demo of the show, don't we?
We do.
Where's the time gone?
I know.
We Googled too much, that's what it is.
That's it. When you're having fun, it just flies past. I think that was the order. I think that was it. Right. We started off with our statement dies. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's number 1. I'll put that there. Number 2 was our gift tag and our lovely stamps. So that's number 2. I think this is the right way around. Number 3 was our fancy sentiments.
Yeah.
Number 3. Our quirky stamps was number 4.
Yeah.
And number 5 is our edgeables.
Wow.
There we go.
It seems like an age ago that we did that very first one.
It does, doesn't
They're
it?
Gorgeous. Get your votes in now and let us know what demo of the show is going to be. Now we also have more sentiments for you. These are the balloon sentiments dies and stamps here. These are beautiful. I quite like this kind of balloon feel to them. Nice and chunky. So you've got that die with party, and you've got those other stamps saying it's time to party, invitations, so you can use them in all sorts of different ways. So that's party. Next one is thanks for your kindness. Thanks, you're the best. Thanks a bunch. Thanks a bunch sounds a little bit sarcastic, doesn't it? Thanks a bunch. Thanks a bunch. Yeah, I like that. Congrats.
Becky, it can sound...
Thanks a bunch. Yeah, I don't know. Congrats. Well done, you did it. Always useful. People got exams coming up. People have got passing a driving test, all that kind of thing. Congrats. Congratters is what I say. Congratters to people. £7.99 or $9.95. Platinum price is $6.39 or $7.96. Corrine, you've got a few samples of those, haven't you?
I have. So these are really easy to use. And again, they're another one where I would be either using my quick dry inks or my pigment inks. So pigment inks will work like this one, where you can then heat emboss it, or your quick dry inks, obviously they're dried nice and quick. Now the great thing about these is when you do it, you have the little white bits that are almost like to make it look dimensional. So we've got party on there, and you can see the white bits standing out here. You know, lovely party bag as well. So it looks really, really dimensional. I love this one here. We have sort of done that ombre effect with the thanks, you're the best, or our thanks a bunch. Thanks a bunch. And again on here, all we've done is use the outline on here, and then we've stamped just on the one in the middle. And then what you were saying, learner, you did it. Congrats. There you go. And as we said, they are balloons. So on the bottom of every letter is the little bit that looks like the bottom of the balloon. So you can put your little strings on.
Perfect. Would you like to know what the demo of the show is? I've already got it.
Go on then.
So what did we all say? We thought it was all going to be number 4, and it is number 4. Well done.
4.
Out of respect for Humphrey.
In memory of Humphrey.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm right at the back. In memory of Humphrey.
You need to write the little story, because the story is such a cute little thing to say. Well done.
Thank you.
They're all gorgeous, but yeah, I particularly like that one.
They like that one. That's okay
absolutely.
then. Right. Okay, so I've just grabbed this to show everybody. And actually, this bit's moved, so I'll just stick that bit back down there. There you go, like this. Now, I'm going to be honest. I took inspiration for this from one of our design team's projects.
Okay.
So that's what they're there for. So I haven't got them out yet. So I'll have a look and see whose it is, and I'll credit them when we come to do this.
Oh, pretty.
Pardon?
That is so pretty.
Yes. So what we have done, or I've done on this, is I have used the cut-in die, there you can see that, to create like a resist. So we're going to make the paper, and then we're going to do the mats and layering. We're going to make the box, and then we're going to make the band just out of all the little scraps of paper, and then we're going to pop one on the front on there. Now we're not going to make this because it won't have time, but just to show you, out of what was left, I was then able to make a little card to go inside, because that was just a piece of paper that was left, so I thought it was too pretty not to use it. So, you know, this could be a gift box, or it could be a box. You can make a box of notelets to go in there. So we are going to make this gift box with the band, and we're even going to make the paper as well to go, not physically make the paper, but we're going to decorate the paper to make that as well.
Lovely.
So I hope you like that, because that's what we're going to do at 2 p.m.
Excellent. So I think that looks lovely. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Very nice. Gracie's Art Watercolour says, I love Crafters TV.
That's kind.
Yeah. We love being here, don't we? We do. The next thing we're going to, so you're going to, which one we're going to do now? Is that this one? Layable cuttable sentiments.
Yes. There's a lot of words there, isn't there?
There is. We said yesterday, it's always a little bit of a tongue twister. As we've all discovered that I can't do tongue twisters because I just get flummoxed by the words. These are a huge amount of different dies you're going to be getting in here. Some really sort of quite twee dies, little tiny sort of butterfly, little balloons, party hats, that kind of thing. This one is Let's Party. The next one we've got is You Make My Heart Happy. That's very cute, isn't it? Reminds me of little love hearts, doesn't it? All those little hearts down there in those kind of pastel colours. The next one is Hip Hip Hooray. Then we have Thanks a Bunch. We then have Just For You, that gorgeous present. And Home is Where the Heart Is. For all of these, you're going to be getting these in the collection, £14 or $17. Platinum price is £11.20 or $13.60. Again, great bargains we've got for these, yeah.
How they work is, as it says, layerable, cuttable sentiments. So you're going to get for each of them, you're going to get an outline die, and then you're going to get all the little bits that when you build them up, they then become the full element. So it means that you can effectively paper piece. So I love this one. Home is Where the Heart Is, looks really pretty. any colours, you know, 2 shades of green and a bit of white with a tiny bit of red. And each die comes separately, or so you know, elements coming separate. So you're not having to cut the whole lot out just to get the little red hearts. You'll get all of them separate. So there's that. Then you've got the Let's Party. And I love how the hat overlays part of the words as well. You're going to get the balloons as well. So you can have them on your invites just like that. This Thanks a Bunch is so pretty because the H of the bunch goes over the flowers and then the flowers come over the rest of the letter. So it all layers up all on, you know, on top of each other and then on there. Aren't they so pretty? The Hip Hip Hooray, this one is really clever that someone has put together. Who's put this together? Jane Grundy has done this, and she's made just like a little shaker element in there. Just need to stick that back down. But that's a really lovely way to do it, or to have it on a floating aperture card. And then the Just For You is really shows the layers. So what you'd do is you'd cut the outside mat, then you'd cut the box, then you'd put the cross over for the ribbon, then you'd add the ribbon, and then you'd add your words around it. So, you know, you just build up those layers really carefully. And how about that?
Nice.
That looks like it's got a really impressive present inside there. I love that. Anything with a glittery silver bow is a must for me.
Party, definitely. Any kind of sparkliness is party time.
Yeah.
Great. Well, we've seen so many different demonstrations today, and we're looking forward to the craft along. I think that box is going to be an absolute joy to work on, and Gemma's going to be joining us on the craft along later on today. We've also got a Second Chance Sunday coming up at 6 o'clock, where we've got more great deals for you. But do remember, anything that you purchase between today and midnight tomorrow, you will be getting double points. We've also got deals on there. Crown 20 will give you 20% off various items on the website, and for National Scrap Booking Day, we are giving you 25% off lots of deals on there, including those plaid paper pads, which I know loads of people have been really keen to have. So do make sure you check out those deals as well. We're going to go and have a little bit of a lunch break, and we're going to see you back at 2 o'clock for the craft along. Looking forward to seeing you there.